In this lesson, we will explore how to solve inequalities with multiplication and division. Our essential question is, how is solving inequalities with multiplication and division different when you divide by a positive number than when you divide by a negative number? So, to multiply or divide inequalities. First, you multiply or divide the numbers as usual, just like you always have. Okay, just as if it were an equals in there. You still multiply and divide as always. Next, if the number multiplying or dividing by is negative, the inequality switches direction. So that's the only thing that's different solving inequalities compared to solving equations, is that when you multiply or divide by a negative number on both sides of the inequality, the number you're dividing or multiplying by, when that number is negative, the inequality will switch. So here are some examples. So it says solve and graph x divided by 4 less than negative 5. So think about how we would solve this. We would multiply both sides by 4 and get x less than negative 20. The number we are multiplying by, this number right here is what we're multiplying by, is a positive number. So our inequality will stay going the same direction. So our answer is x is less than negative 20. To graph, scale your number line correctly, just as you would label an x and y axis on a coordinate plane. Identify where negative 20 is with an open circle, since there's no line under the inequality here. Then draw your arrow in the correct direction to the left, because we want numbers less than negative 20. So scale. Okay, so open circle at negative 20 to the left. The next example. Solve and graph negative 3x less than or equal to 24. So just like we would solve equations, we're going to divide both sides by negative 3, so we isolate the variable. So we get x on the left. On the right, we get a negative 8. Then we have to look at our inequality. What kind of number did we divide by? We have a negative 3, negative 3. We were dividing by a negative number. So does our sign switch? Yes. So it's x greater than or equal to negative 8. So scale the graph and then graph our final answer. So a closed circle above negative 8. Going to the right, since it is greater than, we want the numbers greater than negative 8. If you would like some practice, here's a slide for some practice. You can try these examples, then restart the video to check your work. Pause now. Now that you have done the practice, you can check your solutions. I have highlighted the correct answers, putting the variable in front. If you looked at the previous lesson or have been in class, I specify that you must put the variable first. So if your variable is not first, you would have to flip the entire inequality. And then you also have the graphs of each of those solutions as well. Okay, if you needed to pause the video to check your solutions, you may do that now.